Hello guys, this is the next video series where we are implementing lean architecture and we are building a booking application. So in this video we are going to implement the unit of work pattern, the repository pattern and the Mapster configuration. We are going to implement only the configuration for these patterns, and later we are going to add some changes as some other repositories. In this video we are going to just create base repository and uniform work pattern base. So let's start. Okay, the first thing we need to do is make the repository pattern. We need to make our repositories. So this will be our business logic. So we need to go to the application layer. In our case, the application project. You need to add a new folder. We will say repositories. Like that. So we need to have a base repository. So we will make some folders like this. Base. Well, it's better to like that. Apartment. Like that. Hotel and catalog. Like that. And we will here add our base repository. We will add a new class. We will specify it as I. Like that. We will make it public. Okay. So let's see. What is in repository? Repository, that is, we are going to make the request. What's request like? Specify all the requests like get by ID, get all, update, delete, and things like that. And all of that will be made here inside our interface. And later in the infrastructure layer, we will implement that interface. But for now, let's make this base repository. And also all the services will have their own repository if they have some custom requests. Like maybe they have these repositories, like this base will have like CRUD operations, and you can add like later maybe add by status and things like that. So some custom things in these other apartment catalog and hotel repositories. You will see. Let's start. So we need to specify our base methods. First, let's add public task enumerable of type T get basic repository type T. Like that. Okay. It will be abstract method. Let's specify it. It's not up, it's my mistake. You see, we make mistakes. This is class. We do not need a class. We need to make interface. Okay, let me delete this. Let's try again. So we make add new item interface. That's why it has I, because it is an interface. type D, public task I, enumerable of type T, get all is like that. Now the next thing is get by ID. So we need to get our items by ID. What is the ID? We specified it as int in our entities. Public task enumerable of type T, get ID, int ID, like that. We need to edit also. You can copy this. Okay, it's a return task T, add async. It will be entity, update async, and delete async. We here return only the task. And that's it. Update. Maybe for update here, we actually don't need it also here. Because we will just send a message that the entity was updated. And here it's just the sort element. Okay. So now that's fine. Let me see. Yes, this looks okay. Okay, now we need to implement it. So we will make another folder inside the infrastructure. Here. Repositories also. Like that. This palette right here. Yes. And also make these folders. Apartment. Catalog. Hotel. And we are going to add base. Now we make a class because we implement the repository. Okay, let's make it public. Okay, now we need to implement our repository. Let's specify repository also of type D. And here it's I. Repository of type D. Okay. And here D. Here it's for class. Okay. Implement interface like that. We have implemented. Now, what do we have to do also? Let's generate a constructor. We need to add our database context here. Database context. We are gonna make here protected read only database context, and we make it here equal to context, like that. And now we need to implement. Okay, add async. We need to go await database context dot set. Okay, our entity of type T, and add async entity, like that. We need to return. First we need to save, await database context, save changes, and return entity, like that. What is it showing? Okay, we did not specify that. Okay, that's fine. Now let's add the other logic. Let's start with, for example, delete. This is next. We have to go database context and delete. Okay. Context dot set T. Let's remove. Okay. Entity. Like that. And we need to save the changes. You can see that we are repeating ourselves with this save changes async. We will change that later. Okay, with some pattern that is called unit of work, but for now, let's stay like this. Later we will deal with it. So, get all async. We need to get all. You're gonna return await database context dot set again our entity. Okay, and to list. Okay, get by ID. We need to get our entity by ID. So we are going to copy this. Okay, find async by ID. This finds the entity by the ID. Okay. Why is it throwing? So possibly we can return null here or null. If entity is not found, we need to implement this here. Or we'll specify it like this. It's not. Okay, let's maybe like that. Okay, it's fine now. Because yes, we may be return null if there is no entity. And next thing also we need to go is update async database context set the entity and dot update. And I need to also save the changes. Okay, it's not yet made here. So I need here save changes. Save changes like that. So you can see here that we have save changes, save changes, save changes. It's happening again. We can make this more efficient by implementing some other pattern that is called unit of work pattern. So let's try to implement it. So let's add it in the application layer. We will add a new folder, interfaces. And we will specify here new item interface I unit of work, like that. We'll add it. Okay, we'll make it public. And what is unit of work? Unit of work, we need to commit our save changes. We can commit these changes like this, as you can see it already. And we also have the rollback function that we can implement. That means if we committed the changes, we may roll back the changes that we have made. But we will probably not implement this, but we will let it stay like this. And now in our infrastructure layer, we are going to implement this unit of work pattern. So let's add a folder. We'll, if maybe make separate folder persistence, you can do that, but we will not do it. And there specify all the logic for the database access. And there you would create this unit of work, these repositories and things like that. But it will stay like this for us. Okay, unit work, or we'll add a new class, unit of work. We'll make it public. We will inherit our unit of work. Okay, we need to implement this. We need to add the constructor and add the database context. Okay, and here, as you remember, we need to add also the read-only field in which we can access this database context. So private read-only database context like this. Okay. So here we need to save the changes. Context of save changes. And that's it. This will be our unit work pattern. This will stay not implemented for now. Okay, now let's try. Let's now fix the changes inside our repositories here. So now we do not need this. Okay, let's change this. We will remove this and also this. And inside our repository update, remove this. What was the one there? Delete. Void. Void. like that. Now it's okay. So we have set up this. We just need to register them for dependency injection. So here we're gonna add them as scope services. Okay, scope services, this is the service will be in the scope of the request. So here you just specify first the interface, unit of work, then unit of work class. It is the namespace. We need to use the class. Okay, maybe we should let it stay like this. This should be moved because it's the same name, but let it stay. You'll also need to add the repository services type of, like, we'll do it like this. Repository. Okay, and type of repository like that. So this is added successfully. Okay, what is left for us in this video is to set up Mapster also for configuration. Mapster is mapping library, so we should not, it should help us that we do not manually map data. For example, when creating, later when we implement CQRS and in our controllers, when we are in services, when we are mapping, maybe creating new user from user DTO, we should create, like, go retrieve the user DTO, like this user DTO data and new user, and here specify the attributes like name is equal user DTO.name, like that, and for every field. And when the entities have related entities, this could be maybe 10-15 lines of code just to create that. That is Mapster is used for. It's used for, it automatically maps these types of data. So let's see how we can implement it. So first we need to install it. We'll go to Get Package Manager. You will search for Mapster. We need this, and we need probably dependency injection. So we'll specify it for the application like this. We will also install dependency injection like that. So we now need to implement. We are going to create a new folder. We'll add something like configuration, like that. And in here, we are going to register our configuration. New class Mapster config. Okay, it will be public, like that. Now we need to register it. So we need to write for I register maps. Okay, let's implement the interface. here we need to register the DTOs. We need to add dependency injections. So let's add the config for Mapster here. We are gonna get the config from the type adapter dot global settings like this. We need to scan with the reflection assembly executing assembly runtime. We need to add the add singleton like this, and we need to add the source mapper as scope. Mapper source mapper, and that's it. So our mapper is created, our config are created, and so here you're going to add some custom mappings, like if you're mapping from DTO from one property to another, like from full name to name, and you map and maybe calculate things and things like that. But if are the same properties, this automapper will map automatically. Okay, and that will be it for this video, guys. So in this video we have successfully implemented unit of work. We have successfully implemented the repository pattern. We have successfully added the Mapster. What is left for us is to implement CQRS mediator. We need also to implement our validation and much more. But we are gradually moving forward and implementing more and more stuff and learning. So hopefully guys you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel and see you guys in the next video. Bye.